Keep going and take a bet on yourself. Take a big bet on yourself. Don't sit and just like be cool with the status quo, just being a producer. You know in your heart and your soul that you want to write, that you want to rap, and that you want to tell people, hey, I rap. I'm not just a producer. So I would really just like I said, tell myself just take a bet on yourself. Don't let nobody tell
The
you
producer family.
nothing.
I don't talk about a lot of things, I just let it rock. Diamonds hanging from my earlobe, trying to find a spot. Every day I'm seeing green, and I could never stop.
My name is Derrick Shorter, aka Mr. Producer Man, and I am a rapper, producer, songwriter, audio engineer, and music artist.
Walking franchise, I'm a whole team. Then they stole my swag, I'm an OG. Trying to run the city till my toes bleed. I could spot your bitch from the nosebleeds. Producer man on your bitch name.
To me, creating is expressing yourself through whatever medium makes you happy. So whether that be writing music, producing music, writing books, or even like I said, painting. Whatever you feel comfortable with doing that makes you feel good about yourself, makes you feel like, okay, I got what I wanted to get out. I got how I feel out. That's what creating is. I want to say when I was 16, when I first actually got all my music equipment, when I got my laptop, my drum pad, and my music software, my mic, and everything. And I remember just sitting in the house and just trying to find what works for me. And I remember vividly the first beat I ever made was terrible. Like looking back on it, it was like one of the worst beats in the entire world. But the thing was, I figured out how to actually, quantize my drums and put my drums where they needed to go, and how to really. I wasn't really privy on music theory at the time, but I kind of had like a little bit of like, okay, I could play basic keys because I was always in music. Like, because when I was a kid, I was in choir, so it kind of like I kind of knew a little bit of like, music notes. So I kind of like knew what sounded right, what didn't sound right. So when I made that first beat, that's when I was like, okay, I think I might have something. So that's what it was for me. Usually what helps me get in the flow state is I'll see something or get inspired by something. And whatever, like when I'm writing a song, for example, whatever that first line is that I do is the basis of whatever's gonna be the rest of the song. So I never, like when I would go in and do a song, I never have any idea what it's gonna be. I just know what the feeling. I have a feeling when I make a beat. I have a feeling of it. It's like, okay, I feel something from it. So, and I never know. But the thing is, I never know what the actual topic of what the song is until I write that first line. So once I write that first line, it just goes from there. Sometimes I'll write a whole verse, record it, and be like, okay, I can do it again, and like go back in and do something different. I'll write a whole new verse for the first verse, and kind of scrap the other one. So usually it's just repetition. It's really just repetition. Well, my father, he passed away in 2021, and I always think about, because he was a producer too. So that's how I really got into the space of like, okay, this is what I want to do. I really wanted to do music, and so I always think about all the times he would like take me to the studio and whatnot. We would actually sit there and make music and everything. What's funny is he actually gave me a CD full of beats. I want to say when I was 14. Yeah, when I was 14, he gave me a CD full of beats. He was like, "Go ahead, rap over." I still got that CD to this day. I might use that. I might use the beats maybe. That's a thing. That could be a thing. But yeah, that's really what I always think about. And I always think about my mom too, because my mom is really big on hip hop and everything. She introduced me to so much music, so much, and those things really are what like drives me and keeps me going. Because all the old music that they put me onto as a kid, I'm sampling now, and I'm like, I'm gonna show my kids that when I have eventually. So that's really what it is for me. What's funny? I feel like it's just the best way for me to express myself because my pathway into music was actually English class because I always loved to write. That's the one thing about me. I love to write. I know people be like, "Oh, I pay for it. I got this, da 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 da." I was always the dude that's like, sit down, get this going. You know what I mean? Like I always love to write. That's the thing. I love to read. I love to write, and like English was kind of my way into like, okay, let's see if I can transition to doing poems. And once I got the poems, like, okay, let's see how it is with like writing raps and things like that. Cause I couldn't sing. I really couldn't sing. I still don't know why I was in choir, but it helped. That definitely helped in a little bit of like, like I said earlier with the music theory and everything. So, um, just, English led me into doing writing, which led me into making music, which led to me making beats and everything. So, yeah, that's really, I'll say that it was English class. I would just tell myself to keep going. I know that's so cliche because I feel like everybody says, "Oh, what would you say 5 years ago?" I tell myself to keep going and just stay focused. But really, that what else can you really say? You know what I mean? Because like as a kid, 5 years ago, I was producing. I was strictly a producer. I was producing for Dej Loaf. I was producing for Nisha the Shade. I was producing for people in Big Sean's camp. You know what I mean? So now I'm like, I would just tell myself, keep going and take a bet on yourself. Take a big bet on yourself. Don't sit and just like be cool with the status quo, just being a producer. You know in your heart and your soul that you want to write, that you want to rap, and that you want to tell people, hey, I rap. I'm not just a producer. So I would really just like I said, tell myself just take a bet on yourself. Don't let nobody tell you nothing. Literally. Just meeting all the new people, because I'm gonna just say this right now. I know I'm gonna meet so many new artists. I'm gonna meet so many new people, just off the fact that I can produce and like I'll just be able to get the studios and people and just do stuff. I'm excited for all the music that I'm gonna be able to work on and drop, the videos and performances. That's the one thing I'm excited for because I want to get out to the people and actually like talk to them and interact with them and actually let them know that, because it's a lot of artists out in the world that you only see them online. You don't see them perform. You don't see them do things like that. You don't see them just, interact with their fans. They're just like online presence. And it's like, that's kind of, I don't want to say, I don't know, it makes you feel like you're artificial. You know what I mean? It's like, are you a real person at all? You know what I mean? So I guess just me being able to get out to people and actually interact and let people know, hey, I'm a real person, interacting with supporters and things like that. That's what I'm most excited about. Artists I want to work with, I've worked with already, but I want to get back into the studio like more extensively with them. So I'll say my boy Sonny Ski, Guapda Speedy, my boy Sam Watson, my brother Chris Lamar, and those are just to name a few. I would say just stay true to yourself. Don't let the surroundings affect how you move. Like if you have a plan set for yourself, if you know exactly where you want to go, don't let anybody deter that. Don't let anybody get in your ear tell you, oh, you shouldn't do that. Because people who do that the most are the people that haven't done anything for themselves. They're the people that's hating the most. You know what I mean? So it's just like, why would you take advice from somebody that hasn't done what you're trying to do or where you're trying to go? You know what I mean? Because people like that, people who've done stuff that you've done are going to give you advice on what to do because they've done it. People are just going to tell you, oh, you shouldn't do that. Or it's like, that's corny. You know what I mean? So really just, be smart and be proactive. Really, just be smart about what you listen to. And if it sounds kind of stupid, you know what I mean? Just ignore it and stick to your vision. So that's what I'll say.
She can't keep her hands off me, she wanna start a family. She said she's a lot and that it's ludicrous to handle me. What's your fantasy? Your other nigga getting amnesty. I'm the boss around this bitch, just check the stamp I'm managing.